How's everybody doing? Hey, anybody out there? Let's see. Anybody here? I don't know. I don't see anybody. Oh, well, I guess there they are. Hey, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. Kim, thank you again for showing up. 22 degrees, 71 degrees. Wow. British Columbia. David from Utah, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Dita from France. And there's Gail Severson. Hi, Gail. And good morning, memories of Charlie Parker. Chord corner in the right place. I'm in the right place. Well, thank you, Gerhard. Welcome. Boy, it's going to melt all that snow, isn't it? There, it's going to melt all that snow in Norway. Andrew, good morning. Thank you so much for showing up. And we had a good live stream last night. Do you have your coffee? Got to get your coffee. And so anyway, we're doing it again this morning. Excuse me. You know, I got this Nespresso machine, man, and it frosts the coffee and you get it all over you. Whoops, what are you doing here, man? So that tune was called A Song for My Father. It was the Horace Silver tune from back in 1965, I guess. And he wrote it, I guess, about his father or whatever. And so it's a very, very popular tune. It is said to be his most popular. Another tune that I play of his is Opus de Funk. And that's a cool little tune. It's a blues basically with a cool little head in the beginning. So, you know, I got this guitar here, and one of the things, it is a Herb Ellis 1965, and Herb Ellis 1965, no, a 165, and I've never had one with a floater. I've had several of these, and I've resold them, and they're very nice guitars. But I have an L4, which is basically, you know, like this, but with solid woods. But the sound of this guitar is just really sweet. But I think I'm going to be offering it up. And it's beautiful guitar, beautiful shape, as you can see. It's like new, and it's, I think, 2003. So anything on your mind here? Just noon here on the East Coast. New Jersey, 75 and sunny. Wow. We're ready to pick up where we left off. Dan Pierce, no smoking. I'm not familiar with that tune. Need a second dose. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that, sir. Well, what are we going to do? Well, here's what I have planned. I think we're going to play a couple of songs like Blue Bossa, Penny Lane, Here, There, and Everywhere. And we did those a couple of those songs last night. And also I've got a lesson, a lick lesson, and a chord corner dealy bob that we're going to be doing, if I can do it. You know, I was thinking, I was thinking, and I do that every once in a while, just try to, you know, I got this Bible. It's called Battlefield of the Mind, and I got it many years ago from Joyce Meyer. There is a beautiful, beautiful thing in here, and I want to read it to you real quick. Take comfort in knowing that God knows all about you before you were born, and he still chose to love you. Isn't that amazing? How you think God views you and how you think about yourself on the inside is really important, and it determines the quality of life for you. Learn to see yourself as God sees you. And so I'm hoping he likes me. But you know what? We beat ourselves up so intensely, guitar players especially, you know, because this song can blow your mind, and you say to yourself, why do I keep getting this mixed up? You idiot. Jeez Louise, you keep getting the licks mixed up. And you start beating up on yourself, and you know, that's not cool. So your self-talk is so important, and if you can just kind of curve that and turn everything into a positive. Ted Green always used to say, end things with the word yet. In other words, oh man, I can't do that. I can't play that chord yet. I can't play that lick yet. And how important that is, because what we give ourselves, the information we give ourselves, we react to it, subconsciously, we react to what we tell ourselves. So tell yourself only good things. Don't tell yourself a bunch of crap. Okay, I am using a 13 on top, 13, 15, 20, 28, 38, 48 hike. So anyway, that's what I use. It's like a custom set. It's Diodario Chrome Brights, and they're extra light. They normally come with a 10 and a 13. I basically throw those away. I don't throw them away. I stock them. I have a stockpile of them, about 150 of them each. And someday I'm going to put them all on eBay, I guess. I have a hard time throwing things away. Just ask Gail. As soon as you throw it away, you need it. Another tune we're going to do today is we're going to do Summertime. And we're going to do it kind of as a reggae. So let's do Blue Bossa. You guys know Blue Bossa. This is a tune that is in the JGI course, the Jazz Guitar Improv course. And we're going to work on that lick that I showed you yesterday. We're going to do it again. Make sure you got it. Or let's do the lick first. Let me get this ready. Hold on, kids. So the lick basically is this. It's 1, 2, and a 3, and 4, and now, so it's just right up a C minor 7 arpeggio, going chromatically down to the 5th. Then we're encasing the 3rd of a C7. And we're going from the flat 9 down to the flat 7. Isn't that a funny color fretboard? Interesting. Okay. And then the chord goes to an F minor, and we're going to do this. So now we get this. Here's the chords. And now we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whoop. 1, 2, and that's the lick. That's the lick that we talked about last night. And so I'm going to play Blue Bossa, and I'm going to throw that son of a gun in there. And it's so funny because I do some Skype lessons with guys, and they're going through the course. And he said, wow, I can use that lick in some other things. And that's the key, is being able to use licks in some other tunes and what have you. So anyway. Yeah, okay, Gail answered that. Is the Herbelis the same scale as that? Yes, the Herbelis, same scale. It's just like a 175 minus the cuts in the top. So the top gets up and breathes a little bit. I like the bebop line at the end of the F minor. Yes. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and play. 3, 4, 1. Hear it again. Track kind of pooped out on me. Hey, you guys are fired. Don't come back here. Pick up your check. Anyway, there's Blue Bossa. So that's a great little tune, man. You should really know that tune. Fewer people online in the morning. Well, I guess can be expected. The guitar does sound beautiful, warm for a floater somehow. Did I sell the guild? What made you to decide to sell it and not keep it? That sounds great. Hi, Calvin. Yeah. Okay, so yes, I did sell the guild, and you can't keep all these guitars, but you know what? I ordered another one. Just because, man, it is a nice sounding guitar, but I've got several nice sounding guitars, and so what do? You know? So I did take it to a gig and played it, and it sounded lovely. So, yeah. So I do have another guild coming, and this one's beat up. a little bit. It's actually missing a pick guard. I got to order a pick guard for it. And I thought, if I'm going to keep one, I'm just going to get a beater. And, but, well, it's not even I wouldn't call it a beater. It's a guitar. So we have 39 people. That's pretty good bunch of people. By the way, yes, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and it gives us some kind of stuff with eBay. With what is this? YouTube. Now, right now, I'd be pounding myself saying, "What an idiot!" But I'm not going to do that because we just talked about that. Too many guitars. You know how many? What, Gail? You said that? What? Honey, it's our retirement. You could put it in the Bank of America and get what did you get, 0.5% interest, or you could put it into the Bank of Gibson L5 or whatever and get 10%. All right, let's see. So yeah, Blue Bossa, great little tune. Half the time I play it so fast it's more like Blue Samba. And as a matter of fact, I have a song called Blue Samba. And I need to start doing some of my own music. So I am going to do that soon. So we're not going to go over to reverb and all that stuff. We did that last night. We're going to talk about the JGI course again real quick. Guys want to learn to improv. And what is improv music? Improv music is the reorganization of something you've already played before and you've worked on it. And it kind of comes out differently. Now, this lick here. Now, maybe it doesn't come out like that. Maybe it comes out in... something like that, but it was pieces of it. So you get the idea? And then the more you input into the old noggin, the more you get out. As opposed to learning scales. Scale ideas is great. You got to learn scales. There's no question about it. But it shouldn't be your total source of ideas, because a scale doesn't have many ideas in it. Right, you go up and down it. I mean, there's so many, and you play melodies within it. But most guys don't practice playing melodies within a scale. They practice the scale, and there you have it. So you have to practice ideas. Ideas is what you play, not scales. Okay, good morning from Belgium. I'm late. Sorry, no problem, Andre. Thank you. So let's play a tune. So a couple weeks ago, we advertised, hey, we're going to do Penny Lane. And I forgot to do it. And so let's play Penny Lane. There's that one, or there's that one. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? here's the improv section. I wasn't planning on this. You win some, you lose some. You know, hey, that particular song, Penny Lane, I don't know what I did there. I just kind of went into some other thing there. What a great tune, though, huh? I didn't, you know, it was kind of weird. When it came out, I wasn't that excited about that particular song. But hey, I like the more of the rockin' stuff, you know, so, but whatever. It was a great tune. So look, my 54 L has 25-inch scale. Really? An L4 with 25-inch. Wow. Didn't Gary Moore borrow that tune for? I have no idea. Where else? Hey, what do you think about Tuna Magic's like on this one? I never had a guitar with one, only wooden. Okay, well, that's a good question. I would always put a Tune-o-matic on these guitars because that was what I did. And then one time I got a guitar. I think it was actually when I got this guitar. It came with a wooden bridge. And I thought, wow, that sounds really nice. And then you start listening closely and the wooden bridge kind of lets the high frequencies dance around, you know. So I went and put wooden bridges back on all the ones I had the Tune-o-matic. So now on this is a very bright guitar. If you put a wooden bridge on it, I think it would tone it down. But I wouldn't put an ebony on there. Ebony is about as hard as metal. So what I would think I would do is put on a rosewood bridge, and you could stain it. If you get one that isn't finished, you could stain it ebony. And half the time that's what guitar companies do, you know. When they say it's an ebony bridge, it's rosewood with stained ebony. So anyway, I like wooden bridges. So it's interesting. I don't know, go back and forth with it. Rosewood is softer, therefore, yes, it might tone down the brightness of this guitar. But that brightness might be something I want. I don't know. Okay, let's get into our chord corner that flew away. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about diatonic seventh chords. And let's look at this. Okay, we're in the key of C, right? Right? Okay. Now, in the key of C, I've got my first chord as a C major 7. And here's how I am going to voice it. I'm going to voice it root, 3, 7, root. And I get this. Ah. You hear it? Now, do you remember the G7 chord here? Is that the best angle? How about that one? All right, here's a C7 or G7, right? That's the 5 chord in the key of C. Now, if I keep my fingers on there and I slide down, here's my root chord. I have to raise that major 7. Okay. My next chord now is a D minor 7. So look at the E. Basically, I'm going to play the rest of a C scale on this string, and then the rest of a C scale on this string, starting with B. C scale on this string. So first I have this, then I have this. Then I have this. So this is my E minor 7. So D minor 7, C major 7. Now F major 7 is going to look like this. Okay. Then the next is G7. Then the next is going to be A minor 7. And now we don't have any fifths in any of these chords. So the 7th chord now is going to be, D minor 7, 5, 5, but we don't have a 5 in there. So we're just going to play it as D minor 7. And then back to our C. This guitar, it's got a fat ass neck. Oh. Ah. Now, if I do every other chord, I can get some interesting things. Whoop. Right? The diatonic substitution for C is E minor. And then the 2 chord. God dang this guitar. It's not the guitar, it's the player. And then we're back here where we started. That's kind of a neat little deal, isn't it? Where are we at here on our What about the nut? Bone or, yeah, bone, I guess traditionally is the better to brighten than to muffle. Brightness can all be rolled off. Ah, good point. Good point. That's true. And they tell you that in the studio, record a little brighter and you can always roll it off. It's when you brighten something in the studio in the old days, then when you turn the treble up, you increase the hiss. But I don't think that happens anymore. So if I do the diatonic substitution, whoop. So every other chord kind of, you get it? You know how that works? Okay. That's the end of our chord corner. Okay, what do you guys want to talk about? Hit the likes for Sir Rich. Thank you, Tommy. All right, let's take a look. What do I have on the lesson here? Oh, okay. So, you know the song Here, There, and Everywhere, the Beatles? Let me play it. Does have a pretty tone to it, doesn't it? So that particular tune goes right up the diatonic scale, right up the scale. Diatonic, by the way, means scale, basically. So we go A minor, or C, I mean, D, E, F, right up the scale. And then like B minor 7 flat 5 to E7. So it's just 2/5 of the 6 chord to the 6, and then to the 2, and then to the 5. And then they do a deceptive cadence. They go, and they modulate to the key of E flat. And in the key of E flat, they go 1, 6, 2, then 5 of 6, which now is C minor. So that's one of the beautiful things of the song is we modulate to the flat 3. And in this case, when we were in the key of C, we went E7 to A minor. So 2/5 of 6 in the key of C. When they modulate to E flat, they do 5 of 6, but now is C minor. So total modal interchange. Isn't that cool sound? And then to the 4, the 2 chord of E flat. And then back to the 5 of the 6. And then back to the home key. Back to the key of C. And then we're home with the end of the song. So what beautiful writing. What great writing. I mean, that song, I mean, I've used it in teaching theory classes at school and stuff because it's just a great example of modal interchange. Big fancy word for modulating to the key, modulating to, in other words, if I'm in a key of C, modulating to C minor or flat 3, key B flat, whatever. Great, great tune. Another song that does that is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Here we are in the key of A. Let's see, where'd it go? Here I am, key of A. And then and 2/5 now in the key of C. And then back to the home key of A. Great writing. Love that. Chords, you know, nowadays, I mean, it's like back to the 50s, you know, where everything was 1, 6, 2, 5. Nowadays, it's that kind of stuff, Same chords, but in different progressions. Okay, where are we at here? Tommy, any relation? Okay, chord melody approach, solo versus playing with a bass player. Okay, Tommy Huxley is related to who? Anyway, I'm glad you guys are hooking up here. Chord melody approach, solo versus playing with a bass player. Yeah, that's an interesting subject. Once you start playing with bass lines and stuff, like Penny Lane, then, you don't need a bass player, but it certainly is much more fun to play with a bass player because you don't have to feel the sound all the time, you know. You can let some time go by. Don't have to keep playing, right? So it's a lot easier to play with a bass player than it is to play solo guitar. But I would recommend you do it. You absolutely want to play solo guitar. Very good for you. You know, once you play solo guitar, your comping gets better. And I use this as an illustration. You take a song like All of Me. All right, so the key is C. So I'm taking the melody of All of Me, all of that, and I'm using those as my comping chords for comping any song. It could be a bossa nova meditation. That, okay. I could be going. Get the idea? So yeah, learning chord melody is very good for your just overall guitar playing. Nice to play with two guitars as well. No, Tommy, this is a 165. It's got one less than a 175. Yes, the Eastman Romeo you showed in the video lately is real interesting. Yes, and I actually have one of those, another one of those. I've got another one, and I did a video on it and haven't posted it yet, and I'm probably going to sell that too. I'm really desperately in choosing a guitar perfect for the West tone. Between 100 or 1,000 pounds and 1,500 pounds. Well, that's I don't know how much money is that in dollars. So so what is the least expensive guitar that can really get the West tone? You know, those really, Eastman. It's an interesting guitar is the Samick LaSalle. They got a big body guitar, and those are really inexpensive. You can pick those up for $700, you know. They have a pretty big fat sound. It's, you put it up against a higher quality guitar, and of course you're going to hear the difference. But hey, it's $700. So, last night we did a little video on I forget the name of those guitars, but they're on between $1,500 and $2,000. Well, that's a healthy budget then. Some of the guilds are nice. Check out a guild. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything in my arsenal right now or in the inventory that I can use. Oh, it's euro, not pound. Okay, 12 to 1,800. A GB10. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those. Why don't you email me at Rich at Guitar College, and maybe I can show you some options on that. All right, let's do a lick. Lick number 12. Here it is. Lick City. This is out of the 251 licks. And so this is A minor 7 to D7 to G major 7. And the lick goes like this. Right down an A minor 7, starting with an F sharp. And then we're going to go to that's an E augmented, or a C augmented, or a G sharp augmented. And then down to a B flat. So we got. So it sounds like this. Get that in your head. Got that in your head, that tono? Oh yeah, now it makes sense. So we're going right down an A minor 7, then an E augmented, and then an E augmented with a flat 5. And basically it's us going like this. And then back to A minor, and then do a D augmented with a sharp 9. So that's what the chords would sound like. So these are the notes that kind of surround those chords. Now, once you learn a lick, you want to play it in different spots, of course. So we're going to play it up here against D minor. So we're going to go D minor, then to A augmented, back to D minor, to G, and then to C. So now we get this. D minor 7, A augmented with a flat 5, D minor 7, G, flat 3rd, sharp 5, flat 7, sharp 9, and then resolve it to there. So A minor. Okay. Now, you know what we teach you to do in the improv course is to, work on playing things your own way. Now, you might go something like this. Now, I just shortened everything up. Or we might go. Use parts of things. Picking out some of the choice notes. You see how that works? It's a cool way of taking something you've already learned and now making it your own by eliminating some of the notes. Okay? Instead of I'm going. Okay, so check out the JGI course. Gail, could you put that link up there? Or you probably already did. Okay, let's see. I was thinking of an Epiphone Broadway. Ibanez. I don't know. I don't like Ibanez. Some of the old ones are nice. Almost pulled the trigger on a Godin radiator. I just got a new Champion radiator in my car. But they don't offer stainless frets. I'm known for wiping the crown off frets in short order. Wow. If you use nickel strings, it's okay to have nickel frets. If you use steel strings, use steel frets. Amp makes a big difference. Yes, you're absolutely right. This is only half the equation. You got to have a nice sounding amp. And the quilter, I can get you a quilter. That's probably your best bet. Get a nice amp. Amp makes a quilter amp sound great. You can get the West Tone on a Joe Pass Epiphone. It's pretty cheap. I was impressed. I think they're around $700. So yeah, you can do that, and you can replace parts if you feel like you need to at some point. The finish on the cheaper guitars are the poly finishes, so it's they spray it on and it dries in a couple of minutes. It's like epoxy. Doesn't give the wood the exposure to the air, so it doesn't change during time. It's the way it is. Joe Pass Epiphone is trebly. Well, I've been playing for a while and never really gets to. I also played through a Dumble clone, so everything sounds good out of that thing. Well, that's true. How many years have I been playing the guitar for? Okay, I have been playing since, let's see, I'm 69 years old. For my 13th birthday, I wanted guitar lessons. But I got a guitar when I was like 6. But it was a harmony and you couldn't play it. But I took piano lessons at 6. So that's higher math. I can't really do that. Tone is in the hand. Yeah, it's in your ears too. Pat Evans. Hi, Pat. So the deal is tone is in your ears and you dial the guitar in to achieve the tone that you're looking for. Whether you roll the volume control down a little bit, that kind of rolls off the highs a little bit, where you put the tone control, where you have your amp set, it all factors in. And, but like I said, you got to have a nice sounding guitar to start with, and a good amp. So, but the tone is up here. So you turn the knobs until you get the tone you want. Let's do a reggae version of Summertime, because summertime is coming up on us, isn't it? Crazy, huh? It's already June. Ay, ay, ay. Did I ever do this for you guys before? I don't know. Boys freaking out. Hey, everybody. I want to thank you all. Let's just read a couple other things here, make sure we got everybody's question. Your mouth moves with the chops, and I don't mean pork. Are you having a sale space for guitars and related equipment again this year at camp? You know what? We should do that, Pat. That was kind of fun, huh? Yes, thank you for reminding me. Let's see, 69. I thought you were more like 60. Any tips on soloing over passing diminished chords? Don't have time right now. You look great for 60. Oh, it must be genetic. Thank you. I do a cha-cha version of Summertime. Are you having, okay, the mouth, all right. Hey, Rich, how do you identify a good improv or bad improv? So, good improv or bad improv? You know, I think one of the things is if somebody's chops fail, then they're trying to do something a little too much for what they're taking on. The best thing is to play as melodic as possible. So if all you can do is I'm playing Summertime, by the way. Just play something melodic. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. We'll see you next Tuesday evening. And those camp guys, it's getting close, isn't it? Thank you again for joining. talk to you soon. Thank you again for joining me.